Welcome to my cruise, trying not to be showy. I got to pay my dues to keep my jalopy. If we get the views, the shots will be flowy. We will try to amuse so it doesn't floppy. You got to see the twos, the Mando and Stormy.
All right, today we're checking out the emergency brake. As what you can see here, when it engages, it doesn't engage till here. That's where you first start feeling the first click, and that's pretty much it. I only get a single click. I only get a click. You don't hear the click even. It's at the very top. From what my dad had told me, it was numerous years back, he'd got the cables replaced. And when he did so, it engaged at the beginning. It was like barely even moving, and it would engage, so it was too tight. And so they adjusted it, but they adjusted it to the top of the range. And he said it was probably 2 or 3 clicks at the top. It's probably stretched a little bit since then, so you get even less now. But definitely sounds like it just needs to be adjusted. Let's hope so I don't have to get some new lines. But we're going to check it out today.
Yeah, I guess I was wrong. Keep watching, you will see that the cables do need to be replaced. Step 1, jack it up. Get all 4 wheels in the air.
Welcome to my cruise.
Step 1 is done. Step 2, remove panel number 6 so you get access to the tensioner.
I pay my dues, keep it moving in my old jalopy. If we get the views, I catch the light just right. We'll make it smooth, keep the whole thing bright. You gotta see the two of us, Mando and Stormy, rattling down the road. A little rough, a little stormy. If the world wants a show, then we'll give it some glory. Two little misfits, same beat, same story. Seats are torn, but the engine still sings. Chrome's a little warm, but it still pulls strings.
Step 2 is done. Step 3, adjust the tensioner. You need to loosen the 2 nuts to move the tensioner either forward or backwards. You want to move it towards the front of the car to increase the tension.
All right, let's see what that does. What difference that made. All right, with brake not engaged and in neutral, the wheel spins. That's the passenger side wheel. Now if I engage the brake, still spins freely. That's not good. However, the driver's side is locked. It doesn't spin at all. It doesn't move. And of course, this side's still locked, so that is not the right position.
By watching to see if the caliper ever moves as the handbrake is pulled, confirm that both the emergency brake lines are partially or possibly fully frozen. So now the new goal is to replace the emergency brake lines. So I ordered the new emergency brake lines from Prime MR2. 2 weeks later, the parts arrived. So now it's time to install the new brake lines. Step 2, redo. Now we have to remove panels number 6 through 8, not just number 6. This is what panel 7 looks like. This is what panel number 9 looks like. I'm missing panel number 8. On to step number 3, remove the old brake lines. With the handbrake off, remove the 2 brake lines from the tensioner.
It's this one here.
Slide off the clip.
Slides out easily. Take this one out.
Slide off the other similar clip as well, but this one you need to pull a little harder. Use a 10mm socket to remove the bolt.
There's a piece there. So, there we go. That's free.
For reference, here are the instructions to remove the rest of the cables. Pull out the clip. I used a pry bar to slide it out.
There it goes. Here's that piece.
Pull out the pin. It's a little tricky since it's so small.
There it is. Okay, here's the pin. Basically, you can see there's a that straight side goes through it. That's this side here. The short side is where you pull from. This fatter lip pulls up a little bit, so it unlocks it and then pull it out. So that's all you got to do.
With the clip out, you can now remove the pin. I found it easiest to loosen the pin with the spray and then tapping it with a hammer to get it to slide out.
Okay, so the hardware supervision is still 26. No, at least. At least. No, because we, yes, exactly. Yeah, this is actually, this will stay. 96, yeah, okay. I'm changing, yeah, it was, yeah, this is power,
With the pin removed, you can now remove the cable by pulling it away and then out.
There it is. And now you take this and slide it through this way. The whole thing comes out.
Now repeat the process to remove the other emergency brake line.
Yeah. It's all out.
Step 3 is done, but before I put on the new cables, I wanted to confirm the emergency brake levers on the calipers work properly, which they did. On to step number 4, install the new brake lines. For reference, here's the instructions from Toyota.
So this goes into here. This should be turned the same direction as this way. Then it goes in here from this direction.
Place
here.
the end of the brake line into the bracket and
Push it
slide into
forward
position.
Through there. Oops. In there. That's the way. There it goes. Then remember, this goes in this direction. Comes from the top down. All right. That's the way it came out.
Reinstall the pin to connect the
Everything
cable
back in
to the
same way it
caliper.
came in.
Slide in from the top.
And there's the hole. Put this thing back through it.
Reinstall clip into end of pin. Push in and make sure it is secure.
There it goes.
The bracket metal is a little thicker than the original, making it a tighter fit.
Yeah, I have to get some tweezers to get that in. But in the meantime, let's get this in. So with this one goes on this side with the clip, this part facing that direction, inwards, and gets pushed in here.
The thicker bracket made this wedge a tight fit as well. So I resorted to a mallet to be like Happy Gilmore and tap, 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 tap it in. Now I reinstalled the clip with a 10mm bolt.
Ah, that's how I got it, I think. Yeah, if this is gonna...
Slide the first cable clip into its original position and install the other brake line in the exact same manner.
This just goes in here.
Slide the end of the new cable into the tension bracket.
Go.
The same for the other cable. Step 4 is done. Now on to step number 5, adjust the tensioner. Adjust the 2 nuts to set correct tension per the instructions by Toyota. Pull handbrake a few times to stretch the cable and recheck the tension. Step 5 is done. Step number 6. While car is in the air, double check that brakes work. I use the camera to verify that the right passenger side caliper engages properly when I pulled the handbrake. And then I did it again to verify the left driver's side caliper engages properly. Then I confirm the tires turn freely when the emergency brake is off. And I confirm the tires don't move freely when the emergency brake is on. Step number 7 is to clean, repair, and reinstall the underbody panels. I used a solder gun to melt plastic to fix the tears. My handbrakes work now. I am so excited. It is very surprising how happy I am for accomplishing a simple test like this. I am one step closer to getting Stormy to pass inspection. And with each new task I accomplish, my confidence that I can get Stormy back into shape keeps increasing. I am really glad I got this done. Being that I live in Pittsburgh with lots of hills, the handbrake is critical. One, so that the car is, when it's parked on a slope, the transmission's gears don't have to hold all the weight. And so that when stopped on a slope, I can start moving without rolling backwards towards the car behind me. Effort. It took 2 hours for the initial adjustment and about 2 hours to replace the cables. The process was very simple, and I would say that any novice could do it, myself being one of them. Besides the basic tools, you just need a floor jack, wheel chocks, 4 stands. That's pretty much it. There were only 2 difficulties that I had to contend with. One was that I had to work underneath the car. For a non-mechanic at first, going underneath felt very unnerving. Will the car stand hold the weight while I'm under? But after a bit, I felt much more comfortable. 2, the other difficulty was fitting new cables to the calipers, since the metal on the new cables connectors are a little thicker than the previous ones. This made it difficult to fit the clip on the end of the pin and to get the flat clip to fit properly. Playing around with this added maybe 30 minutes of time to the effort. Cost. The emergency brake cables cost me $106.57 from Prime MR2. This includes both left and right cables. Now with the handbrake working, my next task is to fix the right hand motor mount to get Stormy to finally lose the shakes.